Welcome back to Desert Dynasty. I'm your host, Sefa, with Rick and Adam, and this is a podcast where we talk everything Arizona Cardinals. Um, Everybody, welcome back, man. What are we gonna
Welcome
talk about?
back.
This is literally gonna be we're gonna talk about Nick Rallis, and we're being retained, and we're talking about Mike LaFleur, Kyler Murray. Are the Cardinals gonna keep him? Are we gonna trade him? What are we gonna get back for that little man? We'll see. And that starts next on Desert Dynasty. Welcome back to season 3, boys.
Welcome back, Desert
Trying
Dynasty.
everything
Double
new,
D,
okay?
double D fans. You know how it is. And the Cardinals, they're doing Cardinal things still. I mean, keeping Nick Rallis was a really weird move, especially when we had 4 different guys that we were interviewing. That a couple of them I liked. Aubrey Pleasant being one of them. But yeah, I don't know what Nick Rallis is. I guess he has experience. He's the only guy that we didn't interview that has 3 years, right? He's already been here for 3 years
Defensive coordinator.
of calling experience. Yeah, defensive calling experience. So maybe it is a good move. I don't know. But yeah, how's it been? Season 3? How are you guys thinking? Or how do you guys been?
Welcome back, man. It's been crazy off season, of course, with the Cardinals that long coaching hire carousel that took too long to find Michael Fuller, and then going now into the combine next week. Just so much going on, but I agree, Rick. Nick Rallis definitely. I'm a little hesitant that we retained him just because the last half of the Cardinal season, like our defense was that bad. So we'll see, and I'm kind of scared, but we'll definitely dive deeper into that and stuff like that. So
Well, Adam, weren't you saying something about Nick Rallis being like losing the team towards the end of the season? Like it shouldn't be all on him.
Well, yeah, I believe that Nick Rallis was fitting his plays in his scheme within Gannon's umbrella, which is that just kind of prevent defense. He didn't truly get to show his colors as a defensive coordinator. And I bet you that was part of the conversation of retaining him with LaFleur. Now, I also think that where the Cardinals are at and where how prestigious these other coordinators that we were interviewing are, and the teams that they're included in. I think maybe based off of the money that we could offer them and maybe the money they can get next year for other teams, they maybe didn't want to take that chance on the Cardinals, but that's perfectly fine. I like I said before in other podcasts, I fully believe in Nick Rallis. He's got to show me and his fan base, right, that he can that he was under Gannon's control essentially a little bit, and that he
yeah,
is a great defensive coordinator in this league. So
yeah,
100%.
I hope so, man. Um, Kind of pivoting off of coaching, we're gonna get back to that. I wanted to bring up the topic of Kyler Murray, right? Like I said in the intro,
yeah,
there is legitimate buzz going around with Kyler Murray that he's gonna be traded or released. All of these top name big dog podcasts slash news sources, AZ Sports, all saying that we're not gonna be keeping Kyler Murray. As a fan of Kyler Murray myself, I'm upset to see him leave, but I understand the optics and Monty Ossenfort not wanting him, wanting to get his guy. What is your guys' beliefs of what the Cardinals are going to do in the QB room next season?
I'm very excited for trading him because we've already had the 7-year experience with Kyler. It sucks to see him go, but we've already seen what happens. He's kind of injury prone, and we haven't really unlocked him. And I don't think we should give them another shot because if I was Monty Austin for your job's on the line, you've already ran that course. Let's start anew. And so I'm excited about the new opportunities. The thing that I hate though is the free agency and the draft. It's a barren wasteland out there, man. Like there's literally no quarterback that I'm in love with that we can go and pick up. I mean, it's not like we have Caleb Williams and that draft class and is it Drake May and all them coming in the draft. It's literally just one guy. We don't even know the first pick. Um, um, but out of the slop or out of the dirt, I do like a couple of the guys. I know we're tied with Malik Willis from the Green Bay Packers, and then also Kirk Cousins. But if I had to choose, I do like running with the Malik Willis. He has a lot of mobility and similarities to Kyler, and I really like having a dual threat quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with what you're saying. I mean, we know that this draft is atrocious. People say it's a 2 QB draft. I think there's 1 QB and then there's everybody else by a long shot.
Yeah.
You've got talent, but they're gonna be a project, and that's why they're gonna be day 3 picks. Um, with that being said, free agency is the same exact way. I mean, Malik Willis is the best option by far, and he's still not necessarily a project, but he doesn't have a lot of starts under his belt, not with success. When he was at the Titans, we knew how that went. That's why he got released.
Yeah.
Um, and that's why they just had to get a new coach, him and the other dude there. But with that being said, quarterback wise with Kyler Murray, it's just going to be tough, honestly. A lot of people are playing hard to get, or they're playing the waiting game because they know that we want to get rid of him and that we are going to get rid of him. I know.
Hmm.
I don't know the exact date. It's sometime in mid March. If we don't sign him, or if we don't trade him or cut him,
Release.
that we are going
We have to
to
pay
owe
him.
him $17 million. Now, if we have him after June 1st, right?
It's even
Yeah,
more.
June 1st. Yeah, then it's like the full 56 million or something like that. And we were kind of talking about this previously. I think if you don't trade him at the very latest during the NFL draft, Monty Austin for it, what are you doing? That that
Mhm.
is that is a fireable offense, just like Seth was saying before.
Mhm.
It's a fireable offense. I mean, that's absolutely atrocious. And you could have even traded him during the trade deadline for a day 3 pick, you know, during the season. So we'll
Mhm.
have to see what happens. Like we all don't want to see Kyler go, but it's gonna happen. So
It's gonna be bittersweet seeing him go elsewhere and succeed, but I believe that's all three of our opinion. I think he will go and
yeah,
succeed somewhere else, and it's a good thing. I will root for Kyler wherever he goes because I still like him, and I wish it worked out here. Unfortunately, it didn't. So I'm in agreement with you guys. I think we move on from him. I'd be very shocked if the Cardinals retained Kyler Murray because he has ran through the course in Arizona, and I think we've done the Kyler Murray experiment. So I really think that we're going to sign a free agent, and I really want Malik Willis. Looking at all of the free agent class, you have Malik Willis, Kirk Cousins, Aaron Rodgers retire, and
Derek Carr,
the
if he
guy
comes out of
Derek Carr
retirement.
if he comes out of retirement, and then who's the quarterback from the Seahawks long time ago? Russell Wilson.
oh my
He's
Oh,
gosh.
Russell.
he is never going to be a good quarterback again in the NFL. Take that from me. I feel bad because he once wasn't great, but you're not going to be good. So I don't think we sign any of those guys. I think Jacoby Brissett's a lot better than those guys, so might as well run the
I don't
hot
want to
hand
run.
with
I don't want
Jacoby.
to run 16 games with Jacoby though. I mean, he only
I
lost
don't
one game
either,
last year,
but
and
the
we
only
want to
thing that
compete.
would be beneficial if we run it with Jacoby is that we'd have a high draft pick for 27.
Yeah, but like I said, Monty Austin Ford doesn't want to
Tank
lose his
season.
job,
Yeah.
and if he loses this year, he loses his job. So it's like it makes sense to keep wanting to compete, and getting a good quarterback would have to be priority number one. Um, and if we don't go Malik Willis route, I think maybe and hopefully we can get some kind of a draft with Ty Simpson. I really I know Adam says there's only one quarterback. Makes sense. I do agree. Ty Simpson is a
A project.
experiment and a project, but he gives us more juice than I would say Kirk Cousins and other old heads that you already know what they got. I mean, that's just my opinion, and I think
Well,
Ty Simpson would at least under Jacoby for like 8 games or something would learn something.
I'm scared to sign Ty because we have to spend a second round on him no matter what to get him.
I like him in the second. I don't like him in the first, which I think he might go in the
But our
first.
second's an early first or a late first, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So it's still too rich, in my opinion, because we can get a really good offense and defensive lineman in the second as well. And we can load up in the draft, first round draft offensive
Well,
line, second round draft defense.
let's just say, what if Malik Willis gets signed to the Dolphins, and then Kirk Cousins goes to Steelers, a random.
Minnesota.
And those are the only two that I like right now that are in free agency. Now what? What do we do?
Personally,
And then
I
what if
think
Jacoby Brissett even leaves too? So I don't know.
well,
And we get
Jacoby
like a day three.
Brissett,
We'd have to
Jacoby
trade
Well,
him
we could
if he
get it.
Brissett's
I
leaves.
heard
yeah.
we could get a day 3 pick for him, but
I'd want to get a day
anyway,
two
sorry.
pick for him. Get it if you get a third round pick for Jacoby Brissett, he's going to be a backup. He is, but
Yeah,
I mean, if the Bears are saying, "Oh, you got to give me a third round pick for Bagant or whatever the heck his name is," which he is
Badgett.
good,
Badgett. Yeah,
but Jacoby Brissett shows he'll win you games or at least keep you in the game. So I think if anything, he would be worth a day 3 pick. Now, is that going to happen? No, because he's going to be our starter next year, boys, unless we get Malik Willis. I think that's what's going to happen.
What I'm
Um,
scared about, and what I think Cardinals fans should be scared about, is Jacoby Brissett being our starter next season,
hmm
because we did run the Jacoby show and we only won one game last year. So I know it was the Drew Petzing offense, and yeah, that definitely plays into it, but it doesn't give me confidence in like, oh yeah, um, Jacoby Brissett's gonna go and win us 7 games. I don't have that confidence, but
no.
I'm not opposed to it because I'm all for the tank season, bro.
yeah,
But so, like I was trying to say though, if we did do the Jacoby Brissett and that was it, would you be open to drafting Ty Simpson in the second?
After all that, we didn't get Malik Willis
Yeah, didn't
and
get anybody
Kirk
else.
Cousins, then
Yeah.
yeah, I would be okay with spending a second on Ty Simpson. Yes. Not
Okay.
trading up though. I know some people say we trade up and back into
In
the
the
first to get
first.
Ty. No.
No. Yeah.
I don't want him. If we trade back into the second, I would want to
Oh,
get Ty
the late
Simpson.
second?
I
Yeah.
don't want him early. There's so much talent in
Why couldn't we
every
get one of those
single place
Browns
we need
guys? Like Dylan Gabriel and Shador.
Shadur, yeah. I'm
because our
pretty sure they're running
GM
with
is
Shadur though.
awesome for it. That's the
I remember
problem.
when I was thinking it was like the 4th round, 5th round last year,
I'm
and
like,
I was
get
like, why don't
Shador
we just take
Sanders.
Shador? What's the
Yeah.
harm in drafting Shador?
And
I
who did we get
know.
in the fourth this last year? Do you guys know?
I don't even remember. I think it was Denzel
Oh,
Burke or something.
Burke,
Denzel Burke was a
yeah.
fifth rounder.
Was it
I
Oh,
don't know.
Jordan
Birch was a
Birch?
third rounder. Birch
He
was
was
Third
a
a
third
third.
rounder.
rounder.
Cody
We got
Simon?
Trey Benson. No, wait, no, that
Trey
was 2
Benz.
years ago.
No, Cody
Cody
Simon.
Simon?
Yeah, could have been.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Cody
because then
Simon
it
was
was
our fourth
Cody, and then
rounder.
it was Birch,
Yeah,
and
so it
then
was Cody
or
Simon.
Cody, and then it
so not
was
awful.
Burke.
But
It wasn't awful, but I
regardless,
was still like, hey, might as well take Shador, who was supposed to go in the first. Supposed to.
Yeah, and right now, I mean, he has juice a little bit. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm saying this.
he's going to be
It's
the
about
starter for
time,
the
bro.
Browns next year.
It's about
He's going to be
time, dude.
nice. I don't care what nobody says.
I like
He's going to
Shador.
be
Didn't you
nice.
say, Adam? You said he had a high ceiling out of the quarterback class.
Super high
It was
ceiling.
Shador and it was Jackson Dart.
His play
Yeah,
style
Those are the only
reminds
guys
me
we liked.
of Tom Brady. He's just a little faster. Now, I'm not saying he is Tom Brady. I'm just saying his strengths are like Tom Brady. It's ball placement, it's
Yes.
IQ, and just being able to make a fucking play when you need it. Like he's just clutch. So,
yeah,
um,
and
so we'll see.
yeah, and I know, yeah, like Adam said, he's definitely gonna be the starter next year. And
Yeah,
so why not take
What
a shot
happened
at
to Dylan
Dylan Gabriel?
Gabriel? Where is he
Why
at?
not take a shot at him?
Do you
he's
guys know? I
average.
don't.
He's a backup.
They're
He's
holding
still
on to
there.
him. They're holding on to him.
Is
Yeah,
he still there?
they know they spent like a high second or third, right, on him.
Yeah.
So they're not gonna want to accept anything
Yeah.
but that.
That
for
makes
him,
sense. But I was like,
Which sucks.
I'd be cool with that. Cardinals.
Yeah.
Go get Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah.
Nah,
mean,
just kidding.
I was just thinking of this. So the reason why I don't like Ty Simpson as well is Alabama quarterbacks. Then I got to thinking, okay, Alabama quarterbacks. Who got taken last year? Jalen Milroe got taken last year. He's going to be a
Seahawks.
project. What if we just ask
trade
the
for him?
Seahawks, hey, third round pick straight up?
Seahawks are
Jalen
never
Milroe.
trading with the Cardinals. Never.
I'm just saying. No, we've made trades with the Seahawks, and we made trades with the Niners. We made trades
You
with
know,
the Rams.
Yeah,
That's true.
that'd be
But
I'm
that'd
just
be
saying,
really cool.
Kick the tires on it.
I
Kick the
like
tires on
Jalen
it.
Milroe.
I
I
like
love
that.
Jalen Milroe.
I like that.
It's
I do
better
like
than
him.
Ty Simpson.
I
by
like the
far,
pick.
So
I like the pick when Seahawks picked him, dude. Like honestly, Jalen Milroe has a ton of talent, and he's already sitting behind one of the best quarterbacks right now in the NFL, Sam
Yeah.
Darnold.
yeah.
And all you got to do is just keep learning. You don't have to do anything. So yeah, if we trade for him, I'd be hyped.
I'm
Be
just
really
saying,
like
if the Seahawks are saying, hey, if you want Jalen Milroe, I want a second round pick, and we're already convinced that we want to take Ty Simpson with the second round pick. I'll
Might as
take
well go with
Jalen
someone who's
Milrow
been
over Ty
practicing.
Yeah,
Simpson
Who's been
same,
all
practicing.
day.
same.
So
Yeah.
if that's what it costs for him, that's what I would rather do. I really don't like Alabama quarterbacks. That I didn't even like the Jalen Milrow pick just because I don't believe in them. Like you have to
Yeah.
show me. And then obviously he
Yeah.
didn't play this year, but when he was in preseason, he didn't look awful. Like he looked a lot better than I thought he was going to look. And I know that's not saying
Y-
much, but
You know, what'd be crazy is I know Anthony Richardson. I think is on free agency right now,
mhm,
and he was such a like a high value, high pick and
yeah,
high energy, off the charts, for the size and the speed, everything. The only thing that was wrong was his passing, right? Like he
yeah,
got I think 48% pass rate, which sucks. But
awful.
what if
Yeah.
you can unlock it, dude? What if like
We
Michael Floyd
can't
could
start
unlock
Anthony
him?
Richardson though. If we traded for
He's
him,
got a lot of juice,
we'd
though.
have to have a starter, and he has to sit under him.
Yeah,
He would be one of those picks that if we don't get any other person and we have to start Jacoby Brissett, we'll sign Richardson as like a hey, come make $1 million this year,
learn
come be our
something.
backup quarterback and sit under Jacoby Brissett. And Jacoby Brissett has shown he can really teach quarterbacks how to play. And then also that'll give LaFleur a project. I mean, if LaFleur turns Jason Richardson, whatever his name,
Anthony
Richardson
Richardson,
into a great quarterback or even an average
decent
quarterback,
one.
I mean, that just
We're
makes
winning
him
games.
look great. So
Yeah.
To
I
end
feel
out the
like this year,
quarterbacks, what do you
oh,
guys think? Sorry, Adam. What do you guys think is going to be our quarterback room? Like, who do
So,
you predict our quarterback room to be?
if I had to put money on it, I'm pretty sure we go for Malik. He's the highest like opportunity. He's ties with his brother with Green Bay, and so I'm pretty sure his brother's gonna be like, "Hey, we really like Malik, and you guys don't have a quarterback. Pick him up. Do whatever you can." So and it's a good spot for Malik to fall too because we have a good defense, and then hopefully a new good quarterback whisperer and Mike LaFleur. So I'm hoping it's gonna be Mike and Jacoby
What makes Malik want to come here other than the
or Malik.
other teams like the Steelers, the Dolphins, Jets,
Jets suck.
Browns,
Browns got Shador. I think the only QB needy teams are us, Dolphins, Steelers, right?
Steelers,
Minnesota?
That's it. Oh,
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Adam, what do you
Well,
think our QB room
yeah.
is going to be like in August?
Jacoby Brissett's going to be our starter unless we trade for somebody that is better. That's what I predict. It's sad, but it's just the reality of things. And I think we know that no matter what, we're not trading a first rounder next year unless we get somebody like a CJ Stroud or some shit. So I think just with us not wanting to give away a lot or paid a million, or $1 billion for a quarterback. I
Yeah,
think Malik Willis is projected to get like 20 million a year or something like
yeah.
that. I think that's probably our ceiling, the 20 to 25 million. And if somebody offers him more and he goes somewhere else, then we're stuck with Jacoby Brissett.
Do you think we get Malik Willis, in your opinion?
No,
Like we can't get
unfortunately,
him?
I want him, but I just don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah. That's what I see a lot too. Is like Cardinals fans were hopeful to get Malik, but I don't think we get him
Yeah,
because I think we're gonna have to overpay for him, and I don't think Michael Bidwell is gonna go for that.
yeah,
We've been snatched up by the like the defensive lineman Milton Williams last season with the Patriots. Michael Bidwell didn't want to pay him what he wanted, so he went to the Patriots.
yeah.
Well, all I'm saying is to keep all the Cardinals in good hopes. Is if I was a GM, if I was put in Monty's
Homer.
situation, I'd be like, dude, we don't have a quarterback. We're trying to win next year, and we're not going to win with Jacoby. Let's go for and if Mike loves the quarterback, if Mike's like, I can coach this guy and we're going to be good with him, go
When
out,
has
dude.
Monty? When has
Pay the
Monty
extra
ever?
5 million. Pay the extra five
When has
million.
Monty ever and Michael Bidwell ever done something we want them to do?
Not yet, but hey, man, his back against the wall. He's got to go out punching. He has
He's
I,
to,
I
right.
and
think
if
the
not,
contract
we're
Malik
gonna
Willis
suck.
is going to get is 100 million for 3 years. I think that's what he's going to get, and we can't afford that. I mean,
Dang,
I
that's
wouldn't say
pretty
can't
rich
afford
for
it.
not even starting.
I
I
know,
know,
but
Yeah,
look at
it's
the
but
freaking
he's the only
market.
option.
He's so lucky, bro. He's so
I know.
lucky.
If
100 for
this
three
was
minutes.
next
Yeah,
year,
that's crazy.
if this was next
I
year,
I
like
guess
it's not
in that situation, I wouldn't sign him. Sorry,
I think
right
that's what's gonna
but
happen though, Rick. I really do think he commands that amount
because
of
that's
money
going to be
because
what 33 million a year.
he's the number one free agent. Obviously, pre dropping Kyler. I do think once we release Kyler, because I don't think we get anything for him, sadly. When we
33
release
million a year.
Kyler before March 13th, I think he's going to be the number one free agent, and I think he's going to go to
Oh,
Minnesota.
besides
But
Kyler,
besides Kyler, it's going to be Malik Willis. Malik
Malik.
Willis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's hope for a
Ah,
Jets trade
man.
because the only reason Kyler will go to the Jets is for a trade. He's not going to
Yeah,
go there as a
he's not going
free
to go
agent.
there in free agency, and the
So the
Jets know
Jets will
that
be like,
too.
we need him. Let's pair a couple picks and we'll pay a little bit of the money. I mean, I'm still thinking Cards might as well just eat up the cap space or pay half of it. That way we can get a better pick. Because if
Mhm.
they're going to take the whole freaking cap space, we're going to get like a fifth or something for nothing.
Mhm.
So yeah, I would say maybe share the
In
cap
what world do
hit
we get a first
and
rounder
get a
for
better pick.
Kyler?
Never. No, I
It
don't
has
That's
see
to
it.
That's
be
Looney Tunes world. That's
Yeah,
Bizarro world, Bizarro land. Never,
first
it
ever,
rounder.
ever.
has it has to be a situation where some of these quarterback needy teams don't get anybody. Like they literally just don't have
And
a
they don't
quarterback.
like
So
anyone else.
let's say
Yeah.
the Steelers, for instance, because I was in one of the mocks right now. The only way that they will trade their first round pick for Kyler Murray is if Aaron Rodgers retires. They don't
Hmm.
get any of the whatchamacallit, they don't get any of the
Free
free
agents.
Free
agents
agents, yes.
because then they have the Ohio State guy, which cool. He shows he can win, but he also shows he's extremely inaccurate. Um, and so you want somebody who's proven, and you're going to have a lot of salary cap. So that's the only
Imagine if
time
we get a
you
first
trade
for
for Kyler.
Kyler, bro. Oh my
I
goodness.
think we get the highest we
Uh,
get is a second, and that's in a the perfect world. So
yeah, the perfect world. And then and in
I'm still
realistic
hoping
land
for
where
a
we
fourth.
live here in Desert
I'm hoping
Dynasty,
for a fourth.
we are releasing Kyler Murray. That's
Yeah.
realistic. We're
yeah,
not going to do anything because we want to save cap, and we know I keep calling Monty Williams. Monty Austin Fort is dog shit. We know that, so he's not going to get anything for Kyler, and it's a fireable offense, but he's not going to be fired.
Hey,
So
calling that bald guy dog shit? What?
dog shit. Go to the
the
Titans, bro. Bald City over there, bro.
Whoa!
He looks like the dog shit that they make him lick in Step Brothers.
Yeah,
That's what he
Yeah.
looks like,
yes.
bro.
Man.
I still like Monty. I mean, the one thing I don't like about him is his ability to finish on trades and stuff. Like I feel like he's good at drafting ish, and then his other game is just bad. I think he's a solid C. I'd give him a
He's
C.
not
I
a
would have given
full
him an F.
GM.
I would have given an F.
I'd give him a C minus.
C minus. You're a 72, sir.
Yeah.
This
Okay.
is definitely his draft to make or break right now, dude.
It is
Has
going
to.
from QB just to look at time and we like to
Yeah.
respect our followers. And that's a perfect way to shout out. If you are listening this far, please leave a like, a follow, a comment, a subscription. Anything helps, grows our platform. We
And we'll
appreciate
shout you
y'all.
out too. Yeah. We love to talk to our listeners as well.
Exactly. We want to shout you out. Um, the next thing we're bringing up besides the quarterbacks is our offense. I'm sorry, our coaching hires. So clearly we hired LaFleur, but now LaFleur hired his coaching staff. So he hired Nathaniel Hackett, the OC from the Jets. Was he from the Jets?
He was at the Jets. He's been at 1,000 teams, but his most
Okay.
recent team was at the Packers.
Packers. Okay. And I remember he was with the Packers when Aaron Rodgers was MVP candidate, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And he has prior head coaching experience with the Denver Broncos. I'm not saying Nathaniel Hackett's a great mother effing coach and he's goaded, right? But
He's not
it's a
calling
good head
plays.
coaching. He has head coaching experience. He's been around the league, and that's
He's coached around
another
MVP status quarterback.
exactly. And he's been around. Maybe I'm a homer and I'm like the Lions fans that are talking about Petsing, but I'm trying not to. I'm trying to be optimistic. I think Hackett can be a good thing. The one thing I look at is that he is not calling plays. It's Mike LaFleur.
Yes.
So he's really an offensive consultant. And I think that's
That's
very
what we want.
beneficial for Hackett because he's not going to have to call plays and he's been in successful offenses and teams. Bring that to the Cardinals, bring culture, make the offense better. elevate these players like Marvin Harrison and Michael Wilson. So, what do
Exactly.
you guys think about Nathaniel Hackett retaining Nick Rowles and also retaining a couple other coaches like our offensive pass game coordinator,
Justin Fry.
Justin Fry? I believe we hired today the Texas defensive coordinator, University of Texas. Used to be the DC when Buda was at college over at Washington. So we hired him as our defensive line coach.
I
So
like
I'm throwing
that.
a lot at you guys, but what are you guys thinking about this coaching hire and cycle?
I was agreeing with Sefa about Nathaniel Hackett having coaching experience. We have Mike, a really young dude that hasn't really proven himself as a head coach. Obviously, he's a first year, and he's definitely got the juice, but we wanted to have someone that he can fall back on when he fails. Because let's say he has a whole new coaching staff that hasn't been there before, then when they're losing, they're like, "Well, what do we do? We don't know. We've never been there before." Nathaniel Hackett, sadly, he's been there before with losing or winning. So whenever something happens, he'll have someone to consult, and he can have someone to go back to. And I'm pretty sure he has a connection with Mike because of his brother. And so just that kind of like family type connection is going to help Mike feel more in tune with his offense and his coordinating. I think Hackett is a perfect pick for offense. I think we were all nervous about keeping Nick Rallis. That was the biggest thing that I was nervous about, more so than Nathaniel.
Hmm. What about you, Adam?
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. Literally with everything you said. I mean, my most exciting hire though was this one, the defensive coordinator from Texas, because Buda Baker is promoting him. He's saying, "Wow, like I can't believe this is happening," you know. And I believe he was the DB's coach, so we worked directly with him at Washington, which is
Oh
great.
shoot.
So, but obviously he's coming from Texas. What does Texas produce? Draft picks, great draft picks. Most notably, one that was just in the NFL or just in the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
Um, that sweat guy that we all loved in the draft. Now he's coaching defensive lineman for the Cardinals. I think that's going to be really great for us. So, um, with that being said, Nick Rallis, I don't love the hire, right? Kind of like we said before, but he might have been our only option, and we're giving him a shot, and he could really prove himself this year. And I'm hoping that pans out for us, and it needs to be quite honest. Keeping is that his name, Justin Fry, the offensive line coach? Um, I hope he makes a big jump this year because I want to see
If
if
you
he was the
remember, our
issue
O
or
line
not
kind
last
of
year.
got better through the season when it kept going
Right.
on. And it wasn't all O line's fault. It was really just bad play calling and,
Right.
drop balls or just crazy
The
defenses.
plethora of things. Yeah.
So I'm hoping that Justin Fry got better, and it looked like he did. He got better through the season, and it extends, right? Especially if we draft
Hmm.
a first round right tackle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
But
that's one thing I really want is a good right tackle because Isaiah Adams looked a lot better from game 1 to game 17, and so we can still shore up Isaiah with Paris Johnson. Froholt is still a good old lineman. It's really just our right side with our guard and right tackle that are just blaring holes. And if we fix that, I don't know. I feel like our offense is just a couple pieces, man. We just need a quarterback
mhm.
after that, you know?
I'm really excited about the offensive hires. I'm really concerned about our defensive hires for our coaching. I think, like Adam said, that I like that the University of Texas guy we got. But other than that, we retained Rallis. And if you guys remember last season, it seems like Rallis regressed. And when we looked at all the stuff that was regressing, he was one of the pieces that I was fine with letting go. But as I guess this coaching cycle has been going on, there was nothing out there, or maybe people didn't want the job. So we ended up retaining him. So I'm nervous where all of our high draft capital on the defense is not going to be growing because they're going to have similar outcomes from last season. I don't know. I'm scared
I
about
mean,
that.
I'm blaming Monty Austin for taking his due diligence and taking a year to freaking hire a
Yeah.
head coach. Michael Flores was our number one option. Why did we wait almost 2 weeks to hire him after he was available?
Hmm.
Like that 2 weeks would have helped us more, even more, to find the top dogs that were getting hired, like Even
Gus
Gannon was getting
Bradley.
hired at that time. Gus Bradley was getting hired at that time. Same with the guy from the Falcons. Forgot his name.
Yes, the one that was
Raheem
Stefanski.
Morris.
Raheem Morris,
Oh,
Yeah,
Stefanski.
all these guys. So all these guys during that time were literally getting hired, and we're just like, let's wait for our supposedly interview with Clint Kubiak. Like we're in this
you're not
freaking
gonna get him.
Yeah,
fantasy world. Like just get started on the hiring process. You know who you guy is. Go for it and just keep going. And so
it's
I
like
blame
once
that
we
on
lost
Mike.
out on the Tennessee guy. I'll keep forgetting
Oh,
his names.
Sala, Robert
Salah.
Sala.
Saleh. Once we lost out on Saleh, it's like, dude, you know your best chance now is to get Mike LaFleur. Bring him in, hire him.
And
Easy.
Hmm.
the day after the Seahawks won, I was like, perfect. Monday, Tuesday morning, Mike Fleurs our guy.
Well, I remember
And we
Adam
waited like a
texted.
whole nother
Remember
week.
Adam
Yeah.
Yeah.
texted me in the group chat, and he was like, "Yo, we're interviewing Michael Floor for 2 days,
Yeah.
and Anthony Campanelli is being retained in Jacksonville." And I was like, "Oh yeah, look out for
Oh,
a tweet
done
for
deal.
hiring Michael Floor today." And then Adam's
Two
like, "You
weeks
never
later.
know." And when Adam said, "You never know," I was so pissed. I was like, "Please don't do this to me, Cardinals. It should be obvious and logical." But Adam
Yeah.
was right. You can never know with the Cardinals. They are
Never.
stupid. They don't make their decisions on time. And yeah, 2 weeks. And it's like, dude, we could have been way ahead of the ball game and all this shit, but that was wild.
The
Yeah.
last 3 years of Cardinals football has scarred me to be less optimistic. So
Yeah. More of
Yes.
like a
every single time I'm
pessimistic.
like, oh, this should take 2 days. It's gonna take 2.5 weeks. Like that's just
Hmm.
what my mindset is now. So it's sad though.
And
Shit.
so since that happened, it's literally like a trickle down effect. So
Hmm.
when we fired late, there, like Cepha said, there wasn't anyone really. And I'd rather take a defensive coordinator that's done it before than has never done it in the NFL. So yeah, it makes sense to keep Nick, but we had an opportunity to pick someone earlier, you
There
know?
is heavy speculation too that Jonathan Gannon and Matt LaFleur were in Mike's ear saying, "Hey, Nick's a
Keep him.
great guy. I would definitely keep him if I were you, but that's my opinion." And of course, Mike's going to listen to his brother Matt, and Matt's going to
Hmm.
back up Jonathan Gannon, his DC, right? So
Yeah.
there is, people talk about that, and I'm hopeful. My thing is just that last half
You've
season of
seen
regression of the defense. We have main key pieces that are on IR to start the season, aka Walter Nolan, Garrett Williams. I can't remember.
how
There's a
long is
couple
Mac
other
Wilson out? Yeah,
Mac
that's the
Wilson
other thing.
Senior. Like we have a bunch
Yeah.
of injuries, and it's like Nick Rallis make it work. He made it work before. Do it again.
He really needs a
Well,
solid Mike. I mean, Mike was really good. Wilson was really good, but
is
or
Awesome
Mac.
Fort gonna provide him with any additional pieces though? Like any
Hmm.
potential
Free agency,
at all?
man.
So, but that
Hey,
starts
who
also
was that one free
with
agent, Adam?
creating
You
cap
sent
space.
with this? It was a safety or a corner. Was it
With who?
It was Miami or was it I just remember it was a decent free agent or someone got released and you're like, hey, the Cardinals should pick him up
Oh,
on defense.
let me think about it.
Well, didn't Tyreek Hill
Uh,
get released? We don't need a whiteout.
He's on IR
we
though.
we don't need a
We
whiteout.
don't need a
with what
whiteout.
happened to his knee, dude, I
He's
don't
never
even
playing
want to
Yeah,
football
anyways.
again.
yeah. My bad.
No,
I
there's a
was gonna
defender
say
though, Adam, remember?
we got to
Yeah.
be like the Bears though. Like when the Bears last year they were shit. Well, not last season, but the year
2 years,
before they
yeah.
were shit. And then they hire a fucking crazy ass coach in Ben Johnson. But then their free agency was nuts. They signed Joe Tooney, all pro. Is it center? All pro center or guard?
Hmm.
They signed
Guard.
Tremaine Edmonds, the Mike that everyone loved on the Bills, right?
Hmm.
And they signed that a couple. I think it was defensive linemen, but they just did everything that I wanted to do that free agency. And then you saw that season they went
And
all
Ben
the way
Johnson
to the
unlocked
divisional.
Odunze and DJ Moore and that running back committee. Like it was an insane season. I
But they
think
made a lot of fixes, though. You know
I
what I
think
mean? In free agency.
The Bears of next season are going to be the Raiders potentially. I don't have faith in the Raiders, but because Kubiak is what Ben Johnson was, that's
Hmm.
or maybe the Bears are or the Saints are going to be. I'm sorry, the Raiders are going to be what the Saints were last season, where they're like
Yeah, we'll
scrappy
be
and they win
okay.
at the end.
Hmm.
I think Kubiak is I think Kubiak in this coaching stat in this coaching hire whatever
It's like
is the
little
same
bro.
thing as that Malik Willis is in the quarterback free
Yeah,
agency.
you're right.
Yeah, he's like
I
little
think
bro to
he's
Ben Johnson,
great,
right?
but I don't think he's Ben Johnson. Right.
Yeah, I
Exactly.
agree to
I
that.
don't like Ben Johnson is elite. And I
He
Yeah,
think
did it for a
Kubiak's
couple
right here.
years. Remember, Ben
yeah,
Johnson was with the Lions
Yeah.
for a couple
He's
years, and he
yeah,
was
insane.
elite. Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
But
So,
but it's not like we hate Clinton either, though. But like Adam
right.
said, if you're comparing apples and
you're
oranges,
true. That's 100% correct.
yeah, what's his face is better, Ben Johnson. Yeah,
I'm hoping everybody slept on, as a homer and a fan of the Cardinals, I'm hoping everybody slept on Mike LaFleur and that he's just an insane coach.
Hey, I
I
told you
really
guys
like him.
he was my top 3, and I
Yeah, from
think
the
he's going to
start.
be
I
really
remember
good for
that.
us. I think he is. I really
I
believe
I'm
it.
remember I
I'm
poo-pooed
a,
the shit out of it when Adam told us about it. I was like,
I know. I was
"Fuck
like,
LaFleur. He wasn't
well at
even
the
calling
time,
plays." Like I said that like
but
50 times.
I know, but at the time I didn't know that he did call plays for the Jets.
Yes,
And then yeah, he's
with
been with so
remember
many
when
good
that Mike White
coaches.
guy or whatever was going crazy? He was the offensive
yes,
coordinator during that.
I
So
remember
I didn't even
that.
know that.
And
Not
Brees
saying
Hall,
that's the
remember
biggest thing in the world, but
When Brees Hall went off,
yeah.
he was OC.
Hey,
Yeah.
what if we get Brees Hall just because
Free
he
agency?
was at the Jets?
Yes.
I would love
Yes.
that.
No,
If we
I
get
would
Brees
love
Hall
that.
though, we have to get a good
We're
offensive line. Have
yeah,
to.
and we would get rid of what's his face?
James
JC,
Conner.
James
It'll
Conner. Yeah,
save
we would.
him $8.5 million if we cut him.
I think we
Yeah.
will.
If we
And
sign Brees, yeah, 100%.
that brings up to free agency and draft prior, because this the debut episode of season 3, and we're going to talk about this so much, but I want to know your guys' day one predictions of our roster, and what do you guys think, or what is your floor and ceiling right now for the season? Because right now we have zero expectations because we haven't drafted anyone and we haven't signed anyone. So what is your guys' floor and ceiling?
Go ahead, Junior.
I would I would say right now, since it's only Jacoby Brissett, our ceiling would probably be 500, and then our floor is another top 10 pick. Uh, and that's I said ceiling. Like I don't think Jacoby's going to win us more than 500. It would be peak season if we're actually 8-8.
That's a pretty good ceiling,
So
low key. What about you, Adam?
I looked at the schedule at the end of the year. This is before we hired a coach, but just looking at our roster and predicting who we actually would get and based off Monty Austin for it, I think we win 2 to 3 games next year. I think our
dang,
ceiling is maybe 6 or 7, just because based off of who we go against, I think it's going to be a shit
yeah,
show next
and
year.
and the NFC West is such a
Yeah.
high octane division. Yeah,
I
Now,
want
with that being said, let's be competitive though. That's the only thing.
Yes.
So
yeah.
I want to look back at this episode, a season, back in
Once free
December.
agency's done,
Exactly, and see what our expectations were,
new
because
predictions.
I remember our predictions for last season was playoffs. You know what I mean? So it's nice to
hundred
be at
percent.
this point and be like very humbled. And now Adam say we're only gonna win 3 games. So that's being said, I'm in agreement with Rick. I think that we can win 9 games if we do good in the
Everything we
draft.
can. Yeah,
We can, dude. We have such a talented roster. Adam, I'm right, and maybe I'm just a delusional Cardinals fan, like always. But I do think realistically, yeah, the 3-win season it can happen. That's our floor,
that's a fair.
uh,
Yeah, that's a
and
fair call.
that's a fair assessment of the Cardinals.
Hmm.
But I do think we can get to 500, which is 9-9, right?
Yeah, 9-8 or 8-9,
Nine
eight
and
and
eight,
nine.
8 and 9. It's
Yeah,
you
Yeah,
they
can't be
don't. You can't
exactly at
go
500
500
now.
anymore.
yeah.
Yeah,
So 8 and 9 games, we have the. I think our roster is good to win that many games, especially when healthy. I mean, like if we
and
had
I mean,
Walter Nolan game 1 of this past season, I think we win so many more games. But
yeah,
maybe
I
I'm a
mean,
homer.
the one thing I'm super excited about is to actually finally have an offensive mind as a head coach.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Just because we've been with Petzing for 3 years and he's been literally dog shit. And so having someone that we can see, he's literally been in the same room, and if not coordinating with Mike, is it not Shanahan? McVay. And he's the goat of all goats, in my opinion, for coaches besides Andy Reid and Belichick, right? But for young coaches, goats, you go Shanahan and McVay, right?
Hmm.
And he was with McVay for so long, coordinating and making Puka Nakua look good, making Cooper Cup really good, making Devontae Adams, the goat that he is. And same with Kyron Williams. His offensive mind is what I'm super psyched about.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
Marvin Harrison is going to become, in my opinion, a new type of Puka Nakua where he's going to start catching things and being open out of nowhere because that's what offensive play callers do. They unlock their characters or their players. So
Mm-hmm.
I hope you're
Adam,
right about the MHJ thing because I kind of lost
he's
belief in
let
him
us
just
down.
based off of for me thinking as a receiver. I just when I see you drop passes and like you could tell in a receiver's eyes if they're just fucking scared. That boy looks scared
And
to
he
get
looks
hit.
scared.
He looks terrified to
yeah,
get hit. He got hit really hard one time. I think it was against the Chargers. Ever since, he's just been a different person. I'm not saying maybe he can't develop into something better, but I think Michael Wilson's our wide receiver one, to be honest, going forward.
oh
So,
yeah, yeah,
Next season, we just get to preseason, and Marvin Harrison is bigger than Trey McBride, and he's just yoked out
catching
of his
everything.
even more than when he was last season. Like, all
hit
right, you're
another
tight end
growth
now, bro.
spurt, 6'8"
Get
now.
out
Like,
of
oh
here.
my
You're
God, dude.
you're the end. Put him on the defense. I just
Yeah.
I'm
You got
hoping I'm
dreads, you're
hoping we
definitely
can
defensive
yeah.
end. Get over there.
I'm hoping we can be humbled this in the next couple months when preseason happens
I'm
and
hoping.
Marvin's going off. Then we'll be like, hey man, maybe he's
hmm
actually going to be pretty good.
And maybe Michael
Yeah.
Floyd will actually have starters play in the preseason for once. Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. For at least a drive. God damn.
Yeah, what I think no matter what happens is that we need the Cardinals to get a lot of cap
Compete.
right now. That's our biggest thing. We need to get cap space. We only got like 33 million right now. We've got a
Yeah.
lot of people we have to re-sign, but we have to understand we're not going to be able to re-sign them. We have a lot of people that make a lot of money that we're going to have to cut, and we're just going to have to rebuild our team. Like it's gonna be
Yeah.
a great and crazy rebuilding year for us. So, but we have to
It
hit in the
is.
draft.
All right, boys.
Hey.
Hey,
Burnout. Hey, I told y'all, season 3. I told y'all it's coming, man. The sound effects are
now our
coming.
ears
Yeah.
are
He
literally
put some
bleeding.
water on
Hopefully
his
your ears
tires
are okay.
outside and put the camera next to it, dude.
Recorded it. You're like, damn, Seth was serious.
Dead
Yeah.
serious.
Burnout is a segment that we've had since season 1 of Desert Dynasty. It's a segment that we ask random questions and sport related questions to get to know more about the team and as well as just fun. Have fun. End the podcast. So today I have Burnout. So that being said, Adam, if the Arizona are the Arizona Cardinals going into full rebuild? Are you cool with that tanking, or are you wanting to have a winning season next year?
Not full rebuild because we have a lot of talent. We just don't have a complete team, so it's going to be a little bit of a rebuild. But it starts this off season with the draft and building to prepare for next season when we get a franchise quarterback.
Yeah.
I would say if we draft Francis Moaga, we're gonna be good next year. I honestly think just if we fix our offensive line and D line, we'll figure out the quarterback position when give it time, you know. And with the options that we've had right now with quarterbacks, there's no reason to be super high up on the Cardinals. So yeah, it's gonna be rebuild for until further notice. And we got to see more from our quarterback play to see if we're actually a playoff worthy team. We have the talent, we don't have the quarterback.
Yeah. Agreed. Adam, I'm sorry, where do you think Ty Simpson gets drafted to and in what round?
Where do I think he gets drafted to, and then what round?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, just because teams are stupid. First round, and he's either going to go to the Jets or the Steelers. It's just going to happen.
Yes.
So,
Rick?
Do the Jets have a late first round or no?
Mm-hmm.
Jets
Okay,
have
I could see
the
that.
the second
The
overall
number
and the 16th overall.
okay. Yeah, I think it's the first to the Steelers. I really think they need a young quarterback.
Yeah,
And
they pick at 21.
McCarthy's a good coach. So
Yeah, they pick at
yeah.
21. So if the Jets pass on him, then the Steelers are going to get him.
Yeah.
And no matter
So
what, he goes in the first, pretty much. In your guys'
100%.
opinion? Yeah.
Quarterback is just too much. You need it in this NFL, So
I think we might know Adam's answer to this question, but which Arizona Cardinals player is the most overrated on our squad?
Most overrated? I mean, I would say MHJ, but that boy he's rated properly now.
He's
He's rated
You're
properly.
like, he's probably where he needs to be.
Overrated? You guys aren't gonna like this, but I'm gonna say Buda Baker. I don't even think he should have made the Pro Bowl last year. And he doesn't create turnovers, and he had a down year. I know he had a lot of tackles, but that's just because that's the nature of his play style. So
yeah,
Rick,
Cardinals.
overrated. I would say that's a tough one because no one is really hyped on our team.
Yeah,
Nobody.
right.
Uh,
I
besides Trey McBride,
yeah,
and he's not overrated. I
he's a
think,
beast.
honestly. I think our probably only overrated team would probably be Kyler Murray. He had so much hype from his 1 year that we went to the playoffs and we got whooped. And yeah, I think he's running off that high, and he is overrated. I don't think he's going to be super successful unless he's in the perfect system.
That's a good one.
But I
Adam,
still love him though.
Adam,
Same.
if you could hire anyone for the Arizona Cardinals to be GM tomorrow, who would you hire and why?
Mm.
You said
I'm
who
not
would you
gonna say
hire
the
to be
Vikings
GM?
GM that got fired just because I want to read more into him. Bro, I'm going back to Steve Keim. I love Steve Keim. This is the
Yeah,
perfect draft to make a ton of trades, and that's what he did. So
yeah.
you can't miss if as long as you don't take a quarterback. So yeah, I would love Steve Keim back.
I'm going to be riding the I'd be riding the hot hand with I think it's something Paxton Lynch or something, but the GM for the Seahawks. Come on, man, bro. He literally made them
But you have to hire
Super
someone
Bowls
that's
champs.
available.
Oh,
Available.
you said someone who's available?
Yeah,
Oh, my bad. I thought you said
Yeah, that's what makes
whoever.
it hard. That's what makes it
Uh,
hard.
yeah.
whoever. I don't know, dude. There's no good GM right now
Can
that
we
I can
hire
think of.
good old Kurt Warner?
Oh,
Kurt Warner, nah. I want
hey,
Kurt Warner as a president or like Larry
yeah,
Would he be
Fitzgerald,
a decent GM though? I
president of
mean,
operations.
he
I
knows
think so.
football in and out.
Is that what they did with the Broncos of John Elway, or he was just
Hmm.
a president,
He was
right?
GM.
John Elway. No way.
I'm pretty sure he was president. He did everything: GM, own like
Hey,
operations, everything.
what? And I'll
That'd be
just give
fun.
you kind of like a, I don't know what the hell to call it right now. I haven't been able to think of words today, to be quite honest. But Adrian Wilson? Remember he was with us, and then he went to another
Yes,
team.
Dude,
exactly.
I loved Adrian.
That he might
That'd be
be good. I
fun.
don't even know where he's at anymore. Like the Dolphins or something. I don't even know.
I think he's
But
at
Yeah,
the
literally
Dolphins.
getting a player would be kind of cool because right now we've
yeah,
just been doing straight people that
Hmm.
haven't played in the NFL.
yeah.
The last question to end out burnout. What are you doing at the end of this year if the Cardinals win the NFC West?
What am I doing?
Yeah.
Having a third kid. What are you talking about? I'm naming him Mike. His name's Mike LaFleur.
Mike
Mike
LaFleur
LaFleur
Jr.
Coheiser. Okay, get over here.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Michael Fuller Jr., get over here. And
Adam or Rick, what are you doing?
we'll be having literally a party freaking at my place, celebrating. Everyone will know, bro. We'll have a block party, dude.
Block
Just be like,
party,
hey,
Desert
everyone,
Dynasty,
as
all
long as
y'all
you're a
here from
Cardinals
the
fan,
beginning.
get the hell over here.
When Adam said we
Now.
were only winning 3 games, look at us now. Look at us
We're the
now.
champs. We're the champs.
NFC
We've
West
only won
champs.
NFC West once, bro. So
I
like,
know.
I'll have a third child
yeah.
if we fucking win
Third
the NFC
child.
West, dude. But there
Yeah,
ain't
I
Have
have
my
no
the
damn
firstborn.
money.
way.
Have my
I'm
firstborn and
telling
give it to the
Laura, hey,
Cardinals organization.
it's time to have a third
It's
one. I
time.
promise.
You're like
On
God
our first
said,
episode.
I told him, like, if we win the NFC West, we gotta have another kid. That I didn't
All
create
right.
this.
Oh yeah. Listen. What if we have the year the Bears did, where we win the NFC West and make the divisional? You
That's what I was
guys like
dreaming about last night,
dream?
actually.
The
I was
difference is
dreaming
they
about that.
have Caleb Williams, and that's why they were able to surround him and then make them good.
With
And
pieces.
they had a defense already, a crazy defense. So,
All
I
right,
wish
yo.
though.
Love y'all. NFC West champs signing out. What?
Preseason champs on paper.
Preseason champs,
On
offseason champs.
paper.
Michael
I better not hear
Fulkelheiser,
about you
we're
at
hoping
the end
for
of the
you.
year. I don't want you.